It was a seemingly ordinary Tuesday morning. Sunlight streamed into a quiet classroom, creating a peaceful atmosphere as students, like young Alex, delved into their studies. Evans, a seasoned teacher with years of experience, observed her class, her mind attuned to the subtle rhythms of this gentle, light-filled space. Miss Evans, a veteran teacher of 20 years, possessed an instinctual ability to notice details others missed. During the quiet study, as she paused by Alex's desk, something fleeting caught her eye. It was a barely perceptible tremor, a quick, involuntary darting motion in his eyes, a subtle observation marking a new beginning of concern. She initially attributed the tremor to fatigue, but then it happened again during a group reading exercise. As Alex concentrated on a challenging paragraph, his eyes made the same subtle, repetitive movement. Miss. Evans watched him more closely, her professional curiosity now fully piqued by this unusual, involuntary detail. Miss Evans maintained her quiet observation, discreetly watching Alex throughout various classroom activities. She noticed these subtle eye movements weren't constant, but consistently appeared when he was deeply focused or slightly fatigued. This repeated pattern solidified her initial unease, indicating something beyond simple tiredness. Her 20 years of teaching experience sharpened her perception, suggesting these fleeting moments held hidden depths. Miss Evans understood that while some involuntary movements are harmless, these particular subtle movements could signal a significant underlying issue. A quiet alarm bell began ringing louder in her professional mind. Recognizing the urgency, Miss Evans knew she couldn't dismiss these consistent observations as mere distractions. Her gut instinct, refined by years of caring for students, compelled her to investigate further. She understood that ignoring such a persistent detail would be a disservice to Alex's well-being. After much reflection, Miss Evans knew she couldn't ignore her observations any longer. One afternoon, once the classroom was empty, she made the call to Alex's parents. Her professional, yet ever-present curious gaze had noted the repeating patterns of his involuntary eye movements, and she carefully explained her concerns. Choosing each word with precision to convey their potential gravity, Alex's parents listened to Ms. Evans, initially surprised and somewhat dismissive of her detailed account. They suggested perhaps Alex was just tired, or simply being fidgety, attributing it to normal childhood behavior. They struggled to grasp the potential impact of these subtle movements, unaware of the unseen forces potentially at play beneath the surface, clouding their initial growing awareness. But Miss Evans gently, yet firmly, pressed her point, her conviction unwavering. Her 20 years of experience had honed an instinct that told her this was genuinely different, deserving of immediate and serious attention. She understood the depth of the unseen forces that could manifest in such seemingly minor repeating patterns, solidifying her own growing awareness that this required action. Despite their initial skepticism, Alex's parents eventually agreed to Miss Evans's gentle but firm insistence. Her sharp focus on Alex's subtle eye movements, those tiny, intricate details, convinced them that dismissing her observations would be a mistake. They scheduled an appointment with an eye doctor, taking the first tentative step. The initial eye examination didn't reveal anything overtly alarming to the ophthalmologist. However, armed with Miss discerning eye, and incredibly detailed description of Alex's silent signals. As the specialist grew concerned. This led to a crucial decision, a referral to a neurologist for further, more in-depth assessment. This referral initiated a critical chain of events, transforming Miss Evans's observation into Alex's official diagnostic journey. Her unwavering attention to those subtle, repeated eye movements, initially dismissed by others, was now the catalyst for comprehensive medical investigation. A teacher's intuition had truly set the stage for discovery. One afternoon, Miss Evans made the difficult call to Alex's parents, carefully explaining her observations. Initially, they were surprised and somewhat skeptical, suggesting it might just be tiredness or typical childhood fidgeting. This immediate doubt framed it as a truly difficult conversation for Mr. Evans, requiring careful navigation. Undeterred, Miss Evans maintained her calm resolve. Drawing on 2 decades of experience, she gently but firmly insisted that this was different and deserved immediate professional attention. Her quiet strength and unwavering conviction conveyed the seriousness of her concern, highlighting the importance of not overlooking the subtle signs. Reluctantly, Alex's parents agreed to take him to an eye doctor. While the initial examination found nothing overtly alarming, the ophthalmologist, listening intently to Ms. Evans's detailed account, made a critical decision to refer Alex to a neurologist. This launched them onto an uncertain path, a journey into the unknown. Ms. Evans's unwavering conviction, rooted in her profound trust and instinct, was the essential guiding hand that pointed Alex toward the care he desperately needed. Her clear, persistent description of his subtle eye movements convinced the initial eye doctor to look beyond the obvious. This crucial insight ultimately paved the way for more specialized medical attention. The ophthalmologist's decision to refer Alex to a neurologist marked a critical turning point in his young life. It was Miss Evans's precise observations that compelled this next step, effectively opening doors to a higher level of medical scrutiny. This referral shifted Alex's path from general observation to targeted diagnostic investigation. Without Ms. Evans's dedication, this vital referral might never have happened, leaving Alex's condition undiagnosed. Her careful advocacy ensured Alex was now on the right path, moving from an initial eye checkup to the specialized expertise of neurological care. This transition was pivotal, setting the stage for what came next. At the neurologist's office, the atmosphere shifted significantly. This wasn't a routine checkup. It was a deep exploration into Alex's intricate system, searching for answers beyond what the eye doctor could see. The specialized medical journey began, a thorough investigation into the subtle irregularities Miss Evans had so keenly observed. The neurologist conducted a comprehensive series of tests. State-of-the-art scans like an MRI provided detailed views of Alex's brain, while reflex checks and intricate examinations assessed his neurological function. Every evaluation was designed to pinpoint the cause of the nystagmus, delving into the very core of his body's complex signaling. As Alex underwent this battery of evaluations, a quiet anticipation filled the air. Each test brought them closer to understanding the ticking time bomb Miss Evans had identified. The waiting period was fraught with tension, as Alex's family hoped for clarity, while bracing for whatever complex truth the detailed investigation might reveal. After days of agonizing wait, the moment arrived. The neurologist shared the comprehensive findings from Alex's tests, the diagnosis confirming Ms. Evans's initial clear vision revealed a complex neurological disorder, validating her persistent observation and leaving Alex's family bracing for what was next. The news was a profound shock, a complex truth they never expected for their bright young son. Tears mixed with a strange sense of relief as the heavy burden of uncertainty lifted. Though the diagnosis was serious, knowing the cause finally brought a pathway to understanding and action. This urgent discovery meant they had caught it early, a critical window for intervention. Thanks to Miss Evans's acute awareness, Alex now had a tangible path forward. Treatment could begin immediately, offering a real fighting chance he might not have otherwise had against this condition. With the diagnosis confirmed, Alex immediately embarked on a comprehensive course of treatment. This marked the vital first steps of his healing journey, a path towards managing his complex neurological disorder. His family rallied, understanding that this immediate action offered the best chance for new growth and stability. However, the road ahead for Alex would be challenging, demanding immense courage and a relentless fighting spirit from him and his loved ones. It required ongoing therapy, careful monitoring, and a profound commitment to adapt to his condition. This journey tested their resilience, but they faced it together. Yet, thanks to Ms. Evans's unwavering attention, Alex now possessed a profound second chance. The early intervention meant he could confront his condition with sunrise hope, not despair. Her observation truly transformed his prognosis. Illuminating a pathway to a life where he could thrive despite the challenges. Miss Evans's watchful eyes weren't just observing, they were truly seeing. Her decision to act on a subtle flicker in Alex's eyes transformed a silent symptom into a life-saving diagnosis. This commitment to genuine attention shows how an individual's vigilance can be the critical turning point in someone's life, especially when faced with the unnoticeable. What started as a fleeting glance by Miss Evans created an undeniable ripple effect. Her insistence set in motion a crucial chain of referrals, leading Alex from the classroom to specialized medical care. This single act of care ultimately guided Alex towards early intervention and a much brighter, healthier path forward. Ms. Evans's actions had a profound impact, extending beyond the classroom walls and into Alex's future. Her vigilance didn't just prevent potential complications, it became a beacon of hope for Alex and his family. It reminds us all that paying attention is a superpower, capable of illuminating paths to recovery and second chances.